Okay.
Oh my goodness. It's
Here
recording
we
in
are.
progress. So now it's intro, yeah? It's the
Yeah.
intro. So what's up, man?
Say what's up, man?
I said, what's up, man? Oh, it's lagging loads, man. Who
Intro.
you?
No. Oh, hang on. Who am
Yeah.
I?
It's another day.
Catch any of that. It was like, now I can hear you. Now you're back, man. What's up,
Hi,
man?
man.
Wait.
Oh, I see. Yeah, we're doing the intro.
M&V and the
Just
world of
lagging over here.
scrambled internet. What you gonna talk
Okay,
about,
man.
man? Into an intro. The first one's an intro, so introducing us. So who are you, man?
Yeah.
What's up?
Oh, hey, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
MOGz, Marcus, aka MOGz.
Yeah.
That stands for Marcus Oliver Gibson. Everybody used to start calling me MOGz instead of MOG.
MOGz.
And so I just chucked a Z on the end.
Where you at?
In Sydney, Australia right now.
Yeah.
Been living here for most of my life with little brief spells in Europe and England, London. What about you? Who are you?
My name's Raph. I got the stash, and I'm hitting it right. Currently in London, South London. But yeah, that's me now. That's where I'm at now. It's midnight here. What time is it there, man?
9 a.m. Other
Yeah,
side
man.
of the world.
Yeah, man. But this is how we do. This is how we connect. This is how we talk to each other. Well, not like this, but yeah.
No, WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Bounce beats across the world. Via Dropbox. Yeah, we live in Dropbox.
Yeah.
Back and forth, back and forth. So with a little visit in between each year, we've made sure that we've always connected at least once a year.
Yeah. Music.
Get on it. Yeah, that's what we do. We've been making music since the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's kept us going many times and saved our lives many times.
Oh man, that's for sure.
So many. We've been asked by people who listen to us and follow our music, where'd you start? How'd you do this? And how'd you guys keep going? And how
tell
do you
your
guys
story,
make
basically.
Music across the world from each other.
Yeah. So what we're doing here is we're telling our story over 8 chapters, spanning 20 years, from the beginning all the way up to current day, with what's happened in our lives all the way up to today, to our new release that we're just about to drop.
That's pretty much us at the moment. We're working on our 3rd album as MOGz VERSA. We finished it. It's ready.
Yeah.
It's done. We started as Element Crew a long time ago and released an album with Element Crew, an EP and some tracks. And then we got into MOGz VERSA. My name's Raph, aka Versa. Versa short for versatile. I think the person that gave me that name, or where I got that name from, was a guy I was working with in Hilton when I was working in the Hilton in Sydney. I was all like in the room service outfit, bow tie, and all that. I was rapping after and everything. He's like, "Oh man, you're so versatile. You just went in there. And we're like all that, and you came out here and you're like all that." And I was like, yeah.
Damn,
that's
I didn't
dope.
actually know that. That's mad. Dude in the hospitality industry gave you your name.
Yeah,
versatile.
Yeah, and that's what I do for a living. I work at hotels.
This dude's resume is like crazy credentials.
It's so good.
Yeah,
I've done pretty much everything in a hotel. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
And I've always done music. And so I started out in music.
Yeah, man, tell us about that.
Still real young, like probably 5. I played violin. I don't remember any of that now though. And then when I was a bit older, my uncle got me my first guitar. So I was like 9, started playing guitar with him.
Yeah.
And I've got some old tape somewhere of recordings we did. More classical guitar. And that's my first one. And that's when I was around 13, I wanted an electric guitar. My dad was like, "Yeah, you can get a job and get one." And I was 13 and I was too young to get paid or anything, so I worked off tips only. And it was in Montreux in Switzerland. And I lived in Sydney till I was about 10. And then I moved to Switzerland because my dad is Swiss. My mom is Indian originally, but she moved to Australia when she was like real young. Like, she's pretty much grown up there, and that's where my parents met, and that's where I'm from.
This man can speak about 6 languages.
Speak a few
It's crazy.
languages. I have some fun.
Yeah.
Connect. I like to connect with people and meet new people, and so I
Yeah.
do that everywhere I go. Got
Nice,
friends
nice.
from lots of different places.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's the
something like
extrovert,
that.
I'm the introvert. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate people.
Well, don't get me wrong. There's
No, I'm
like
joking.
moments that
I
I
love
hate
people,
people.
but
I've dealt with like
yeah,
500 in a day. It's like, yeah, it's enough now. But
yeah,
yeah, nah, I love people. I love connecting with new people, meeting new people, vibing. I got a
yeah.
job.
Are you
Got
still
a,
going?
got a
Damn,
guitar.
man. That's
I,
enough about you,
no,
man.
no, my first summer, I worked, and it was in Montreux, and so there's a jazz festival that happens there, and
Yeah,
all like a lot of people going to the concerts, and a lot of the musicians as well were staying in the hotel, and I was carrying their bags and stuff, and so they would give me like sometimes they would give me tips as money, and sometimes they would give me
yeah.
concert tickets.
Nice.
So for the ones that I wanted to go see, like Roots, I went to go
Yeah.
see. But there was like so many people that I didn't know or didn't even want to go see. So I just hustled their tickets outside the concert hall. And I made money. I
Yeah.
made loads of money, man. My first encounter with making money and
You
loads
got
of
to
it.
buy
And I
yourself
bought
your
myself
first
a
electric
first
guitar.
electric guitar that I still have
Yeah, that's nice.
up there.
Really
And
cool.
and a little tape machine that I could record.
Yeah, yeah,
It had two tapes, so I could record from one tape to another. I could record radio, and I could record an input, and so I would
yeah,
record over stuff
yeah.
and like just random drum beats,
Oh, it's like
and
a two
I would,
track.
yeah, and I would record. I still got some tapes somewhere, and that
Crazy.
that was like my first
Yeah,
real like indulgence in music and recording. And then I got a
yeah,
band, and it
yeah,
was a
yeah,
rock band, and we did
yeah,
like
yeah,
Metallica and
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Heavy,
so many different covers.
man.
And then
And that's
I met
beginning.
you. I was living in Switzerland, and I moved from Switzerland because I was like what, just turned 17 or 16, just turned 17. uh oh yeah, I moved. I went to Sydney, and about a year later I started SAE college in Sydney, and that's where I met you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, man. And we'll
yeah.
get to that a little bit later.
And you, man, how'd you get into the music?
My story is slightly different. My dad was in exhibition building exhibitions, and he did the music show every year. So I
Hmm.
used to get like in before they opened the doors, and I used to go around and play on all the drum kits and
Yeah,
like
nice. Hmm.
one day I think I might have been about seven, home a Yamaha drum kit for me. Um, and it sparked this love affair for drumming. I just practiced every day. Like I'm talking for like hours and
Yeah,
hours a
no.
day until like yeah. So yeah, I got quite good. Like I learned how to read sheet music, and I was in about three or four different bands, just like from heavy metal to like even sort of soft kind of folky music. I was playing anything, reggae, jazz, like I was just playing whatever. I was just into all different genres of music. I was playing in all these sort of rock bands and stuff, and we were doing loads of different gigs as like, just 12, 13 years old. And sort of around that time, I've got this 8 track, Yamaha 8 track tape recorder. I used to record my bands, and I started getting this sort of love affair for actually miking up
Mhm.
and putting music down on
Yeah, me
tape.
too, man. Yeah,
Yeah, started this love affair for audio engineering, and
yeah,
it sort of evolved even more. Like I was using Cubase and Reason and integrating that into sort of the productions, and then all of a sudden I was like, I went from sort of really being into heavy metal and rock and being this drummer into really listening to a lot of hip hop, like Far Side, um, you know, the Roots, like, you know, Dre, all these sort of artists were big at the time.
Yeah.
And
I got big on Tupac. Coolio, I think,
yeah,
was the first. Like Gangsta's Paradise, I think that was one
yeah,
of the first
Snoop. I was
tracks
really, I
that I
think
knew
my
off by
first single
heart.
I ever bought, well, one of was Snoop.
Yeah.
And I remember that Snoop Dogg,
No. Yeah, man.
yeah. I was like, yeah. And I've
Yeah.
learned all the words, like literally from start to finish. And then
Yeah.
Arrested Development, I learned
Oh, Arrested
all the
Development.
words. You remember them?
Yeah,
And I
man.
was just down with all that. Yeah, it was good stuff, good
Mm.
times. Anyway, once I sort of
I was really
this
into
hip
like
hop,
Santana as well because the guitar.
yeah,
I love like
yeah, no doubt.
love that stuff. Jimi
Yeah,
Hendrix and
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Eric
So
Clapton.
after sort of that switch in musical tastes,
Mm.
my drumming, I sort of backed off actually acoustic drums,
Yeah.
and I've got this MPC 2000 XL, which is an absolute, like, I mean, so
Jam.
many albums were made on that thing. Yeah.
Mm.
And I was probably like 14 when I got this thing.
Yeah, nice, man.
And that's when I started making hip hop, like really. And this machine pretty much brought me and Raph together, which we'll
Yeah,
get
man.
to later. Because
Yeah.
yeah, like I started making hip hop beats and I really stopped drumming. I just started making beats on an MPC.
Mm.
And then yeah, that's my musical evolution. And I pretty much went full into electronic music after that. I played bass as well, only because I sort of went down that rabbit hole of producing, and
Yeah.
I needed bass on the production.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
I taught myself how to play bass.
Mm.
I even started taking lessons for that too. By that stage, it was MPC and bass, just boom, 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 all day, making beats. And hence why I think I was able to make so many beats, like just one after another. And then, you know, the rest is history. Like Raph met me and we just had so much in common musically.
Yeah.
That
Like I
it was
started getting
just
into
like,
hip hop, I think, when I was about 15 or
yeah,
14, 15,
yeah,
probably.
probably around the same time then.
Yeah. And
So
but
yeah,
I was still in like a rock group at the time.
yeah.
And because of the group, we all like sort of played instruments and other people's instruments. So I would get to
Yeah,
play on the drums and the bass and
yeah.
you know mess around and
Slapping the bass,
practice
man.
and yeah. So got
Yeah,
got
man.
versatile on different instruments and it was fun. But I
Yeah, it's
started
cool.
really like writing, I would say, when I was probably like 16 is
Yeah,
when I started like writing my own songs
yeah,
lyrically and
yeah, yeah.
yeah. So like
See, and I
a
think
couple
that's
of
the
years
difference.
before I met you, I would have started
Yeah.
writing. Yeah.
And that's probably the biggest difference is that I never really considered myself a vocalist or an MC. I was
Yeah,
always,
nor did I until that point.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I've always struggled with that, to be honest, because
Mm.
I've always felt more comfortable producing and engineering music, rather than sort of being an MC. But
Yeah.
I've yeah, again, like when you hear a beat that needs something on it and there's nobody else around, you're sort of like, I'm gonna do
Yeah,
it.
man.
Yeah, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that whole evolution.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. We're gonna take you on a musical journey, M&V style.
Yeah. Peace and love.
Peace.
Welcome
Peace.
back, all you beautiful people. You have now reached your